Hello, and welcome to the Cleveland Shakespeare Festival's 23rd season of producing free outdoor Shakespearean performances all across Northeast Ohio, this year digitally. We're glad that you've joined us. We want you to know that the filming of this was done with the utmost care in making sure we followed the state-mandated guidelines for everyone's safety, with our priority making sure that our actors, our staff, and our patrons were as safe as possible and still able to enjoy this performance. If you enjoy these performances and you want to help sustain this organization into next year and hopefully back out into the parks, please consider making a donation. You can do so through a link in the description of this video after the video, or join us on our Facebook page or on our website at www.cleveshakes.org. Now, please sit back, relax, and enjoy Julius Caesar.
Danger knows full well Caesar is more dangerous than you.
Hence! Home! You idle creatures, get you home! Is this a holiday? What? No, you not being mechanical, you ought not walk upon a laboring day without the sign of your profession. Speak. What trade art thou? A mender? Bad souls?
But what trade art thou? Answer me directly.
I am, but as you would say, a cobbler. Trade service. I hope I may use with a safe conscience. Nay! Sir, be not out with me yet. If you be out, sir, I can mend you.
What meanst thou by that? Mend me, thou saucy fellow?
I sir, couple you. I meddle with no tradesman matters. Nor woman's matters, but I withal am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes. When they're in great danger, I recover them. But wherefore art not in thy shop today? Why dost thou lead these men about the streets? Truly, sir, to wear out their shoes to get myself into more work. Indeed, sir, we make holiday to see Caesar and
Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings thee home? What tributaries follow him to Rome, to grace in captive bonds his chariot wheels? You blocks, you stones, you worse than senseless things, oh, you hard hearts, you cruel men of Rome. Knew you not of Pompey many a times and oft? Have you climbed up to walls and battlements, to towers and windows, yea, to chimney tops, your infants in your arms? And there sat the livelong day with patient expectation to see great Pompey pass the streets of Rome? And do you now put on your best attire? And do you now call out a holy day? And do you now strew flowers in his way that comes in triumph over Pompey's blood? Begone!
Go! Go, good countrymen! See where their basest metal be not moved? They vanish, tongue-tied in their guiltiness. Go down you that way towards the capital, this way will I. Disrobe the images if you do find them decked with ceremonies.
May we do so? You know it is the Feast of Lupercal.
It is no matter. Let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies.
No.
All about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. So do you too if you perceive them thick. These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly an ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness?
Peace, ho! Caesar speaks.
Calpurnia,
Here, my lord.
place yourself directly in Antony's way when he doth run his course. Antonio,
Caesar, my lord.
forget not in thy speed, Antonio, to touch Calpurnia. For the elders say the barren, touched in this holy chase, shake off their sterile curse.
I shall remember. When Caesar says do this, it is performed.
Set on, leave no ceremony out.
Caesar!
Fuck! Who calls?
Bid every noise be still! Peace yet again!
Who is it in the press that speaks to me? I hear a tongue shriller than all the music cry, Caesar! Speak! Caesar is turned to hear.
Beware the Ides of March.
What man is that?
A soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
Set him before me. Let me see his face. What sayest thou to me now? Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March.
He is a dreamer. Let us leave him.
Do you go see the order of the course?
Not I.
I pray you do.
I am not gamesome. I do lack some part of that quick spirit that is in Antony. Let me not hinder, Cassius, your desires. I'll leave you.
Brutus, I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love I was wont to have. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over your friend that loves you.
Cassius, be not deceived. If I have veiled my look, I turn the trouble of my countenance merely upon myself. Vexed I am of late with passions of some difference. But let not therefore my good friends be grieved, among which number Cassius be you one, nor construe any further my neglect than that poor Brutus with himself at war forgets the shows of love to other men.
And Brutus, I much mistook your passions, by means whereof this breast of mine hath buried thoughts of great value, worthy cogitations. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face?
No, Cassius, for the eye sees not itself but by reflection, by some other things.
'Tis just, and it is very much lamented that you have no such mirrors as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eye, that you might see your shadow. I have heard where many of the best respect in Rome, except immortal Caesar, speaking of Brutus and groaning underneath this age's yoke, have wished that noble Brutus had his eyes.
Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius, that you would have me seek unto myself for that which is not in me?
Therefore, good Brutus, be prepared to hear. And since you know you cannot see yourself so well as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself which you yet know not of.
What means the shouting? I do fear the people choose Caesar for their king.
Aye. Do you fear it? Then I must think you would not have it so.
I would not, Cassius. Yet I love him well. But wherefore do you hold me here so long? What is it that you would impart to me? If it be aught toward the general good, set honor in one eye and death if the other, and I will look on both indifferently. For let the gods so speed me, as I love the name of honor more than I fear death.
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus, as well as I do know your outward favor. I cannot tell what you and other men think of this life, but for my single self, I was born free as Caesar. So were you. We both have fed as well, and we can both endure the winter's cold as well as he. For once, upon a raw and gusty day, the troubled Tiber chafing with her shores, Caesar said to me, "Darest thou, Cassius, now leap in with me this angry flood and swim to yonder point?" Upon the word, hooded as I was, I plunged in and bade him follow. So indeed he did. The torrent roared, but ere we could arrive the point proposed, Caesar cried, "Help me, Cassius, or I sink!" I, as Aeneas, our great ancestor, did from the flames of Troy upon his shoulder the old Anchises bear, so from the waves of Tiber did I the tyrant Caesar, and this man is now become a god. And Cassius is a wretched creature that must bend his body if Caesar carelessly but not on him. Ye gods, it doth amaze me, a man of such a feeble temper should so get the sword of the majestic world and bear the palm alone.
Another general shout. I do believe that these applauses are for some new honors that are heaped on Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus. And we petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Men at some time are masters of their fates. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves that we are underlings. Brutus and Caesar. What should be in that? Caesar. Why should that name be sounded more than yours? Write them together, yours is as fair a name. Sound them, it doth become the mouth as well. Weigh them, it is as heavy. Conjure with them. Brutus will start a spirit as soon as Caesar. Now in the name of all the gods at once, upon what meat doth this our Caesar feed that he is grown so great? Age, thou art shamed. Rome, thou hast lost the breed of noble bloods. Oh, you and I have heard our fathers say there was a Brutus once that would have brooked the eternal devil to keep his state in Rome as easily as a king.
What you have said I will consider. What you have to say I will with patience hear. Find a time both meet to hear and answer such high things. Till then, my noble friend, chew upon this. Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions, as this time is like to lay upon us.
I am glad that my weak words have struck but thus much show of fire from Brutus.
The games are done, and Caesar is returning.
Casca will tell us what the matter is.
Antonio,
Caesar.
let me have men about me, and that are fat, sleek-headed men and such as sleep o' nights. Yon Cassius has a lean, hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Fear him not, Caesar. He's not dangerous. He is a noble Roman and well given.
What do you are fatter? But I fear him not. I rather tell thee what to fear than what I fear. For as always, I am Caesar.
Would you speak with me?
Hi, Casca. Tell us what hath chanced today that Caesar looks so sad.
Why, you were with him, were you not?
I should not then ask Casca what had chanced.
Why, there was a crown offered to him, and being offered to him, he put it by with the back of his hand thus. And then my honest neighbor shouted.
What was the second noise for?
Why, for that too.
They shouted thrice. What was the third cry for?
Why, for that too.
Was the crown offered him thrice?
Aye, Mary, wast. And he put it by thrice, every time gentler than other. And at every putting by, mine honest neighbors shouted.
And who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony.
Tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
Huh. I could as well be hanged as tell the manner of it. It was mere foolery. I did not mark it. I saw Mark Antony offer him a crown. And as I told you, he put it by once, but for all that, to my thinking, he would fain have had it. Then he offered it to him again. He put it by again, but to my thinking, he was very loath to lay his finger off it. Then he offered it to him a third time. He put it the third time by, and still as he refused it, the rabblement touted and clapped their chopped hands because Caesar refused the crown. That it had almost choked Caesar. For he swooned and fell down at it. And for mine own part, I durst not laugh for fear of opening my lips.
But soft, I pray you. What, did Caesar swoon?
He fell down at the marketplace. He foamed at mouth and was speechless.
'Tis very like you with the falling sickness.
No, Caesar hath it not. But you and I and honest Casca, we have the falling sickness.
I know not what you mean by that. But I'm sure that Caesar fell down. If the tag-rag people did not clap him and hiss him according as he pleased, and displease them as they did the players in the theater, I am no true man.
What said he when he came unto himself?
Mary, before he fell down, when he perceived the common herd was glad he refused the crown, he plucked me ope his doublet and offered them his throats to cut. And I had been a man of many occupation. If I had not taken him at a word, I might go to hell among the rogues. And so he fell. When he came to himself again, he said that if he had done or said anything amiss, he desired their worships to think it was his infirmity. 3 or 4 wenches where I stood cried, "Alas, good soul!" and forgave him with all their hearts. But there was no heed to be taken of them. If Caesar had stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less.
And after that, he came thus sad away.
Aye.
Did Lepidus say anything?
Aye, he spoke Greek.
To what effect?
For mine own part, it was Greek to me. Tell you other news, too. Morellus and Flavius, for pulling scarves off Caesar's images, are put to silence. Fare you well. There was more foolery yet, if I can remember it.
Will you sup with me tonight, Casca?
No, I am promised forth.
Will you dine with me tomorrow?
Aye. If I be alive, and your mind hold, and your dinner worth the eating.
Good. I will expect you.
Do so. Farewell, both.
What a blunt fellow is this grown to be. He was quick mettle when he went to school.
This rudeness is a sauce to his good wit, which gives men stomach to digest his words with better appetite.
And so it is. For this time I will leave you. Tomorrow, if you please to speak with me, I will come home to you. Or if you will come home to me and I will wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Well, Brutus, thou art noble. Yet I see thy honorable metal may be wrought from that it is disposed. I will this night in several hands in at his windows throw, as if they came from several citizens' writings, all tending toward the great opinion Rome holds of his name, wherein obscurely Caesar's ambition shall be glanced at. And after this, let Caesar seat him sure, for we will shake him, or else worse days endure.